Good morning. Today is my 25th birthday, which is really crazy. I really love the prospect of getting older because it's just so cool to see myself evolve in ways that I never knew were possible. And it's crazy because I think there's such a dialogue in people around my age where there's this fear of getting older. It's a societal trap that makes you feel like you have to rush life. But I recently read a quote that says, "You can't be behind in life when your life is only yours." And I think that's so beautiful. And for me, it makes me feel so much more at peace with the pacing of my life and where I am in life. There's so many times where I would make a decision and I would just second guess myself so much and be like, is this the right decision? Did I make the right decision? Even now I'm living in Spain and there's been a lot of times where I just question if moving to Spain was the right decision versus maybe a more conventional route. But then I remember that I moved to Spain for a reason because it felt very aligned with myself. And if you just take every decision you make as the right decision, then I think you just keep moving in a forward momentum because you assume that whatever you do is gonna lead you to where you're meant to be. Today I am going on a hike with some friends and I'm very excited to just be in nature and to get outside. Let's get hiking.
Wait, do you want me to hold it?
It's just gonna be for the vlog.
Okay.
Hello!
Hello!
We made it to the top of the mountain! It was like a hike going up. It was so steep certain parts and we were like climbing with our hands and feet. And now we're going to journal!
Yay!
I am going to kind of just reflect about turning 25 and maybe all the things I've learned throughout my year of being 24. But Anna is already 25.
I am.
Do you have any words of wisdom?
Do things with fear. Try things that make you feel like uncomfortable. And I think that's something that is scary at first.
Yeah.
But like once you start doing it more and more, it becomes less scary and you can like, gain this confidence.
I love Snaps with Anna. There was like this quote I love that just talks about what you were talking about, and that it's like that nothing's ever difficult, it's just unfamiliar.
What about you? What kind of advice do you have?
I feel like for me, the big thing, a bug. What kind of bug?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it friendly looking?
It's been pretty chill.
Oh, hey. Being curious would be like the biggest thing that has changed my life. Like when you finally like get curious about like, maybe I could like this, you know, like even though like I have already made up my mind that like I don't, and you like try something out and you actually like see how it feels. And then you're like, oh wait, I actually did like that. And then it's kind of like this ripple effect of like, what else could be true? Because I remember the first time like I ever did a run club, I was like, wait, I actually loved running. In my whole life, I was like, I'm not a runner. Like, running's not for me. And then I tried it for the first time, and I was like, this is so fun.
Think about it. We're like only 25 out of like this like big life that we have ahead of us. Like, imagine what else we'll get to experience and learn about ourselves and change and grow.
Yeah, so we are going to journal a little bit and then finish the rest of this hike, which is hopefully all downhill, so we'll be less sweaty, but we'll see.
Almost a year ago.
Whoa! This is the start of a new chapter in my life.
Oh,
this is about
so cool.
This is about me almost not coming to Spain because of the stupid visa background check. So it is now almost a week later and a lot has happened, but also not that much has happened. Most notably, I got sick and I completely lost my voice. So I had to miss a day of work and I was on vocal rest. Today is Friday and I had to work today, which I normally don't work on Fridays. So I'm very exhausted. I've been spending a lot of time on Substack lately. I think Substack and YouTube have been my kind of go-to social media platforms, and I read a post that said, normalize a boring life, go to bed early, read long books, drink tea, regulate your nervous system, spend time alone, go for walks without headphones, eat simple food, shrink your circle, turn down the noise. Life doesn't have to be loud to be magical. That is kind of, I think, the vibe I'm embodying at 25. Most of my nights lately have just been me reading a book, drinking a tea, and I have been loving it. My coworker just got back from Italy and she got me some pasta from Italy, and I think that's so sweet of her because she gave it to me today. I think tonight I'm going to cook that. I might watch a movie and do a face mask and drink some tea and just have a very chill night in.
I really am a big place.
It is now almost midnight and I just finished watching The Devil Wears Prada and it is so good, but I am very sleepy, so I'm going to go to bed. But before I do, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone that's watching my videos. I'll get comments from people that will say where they're from, and it's from somewhere so far away, a whole different continent. And I think it's so cool that social media can bring people together from all over the world. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you very soon with my next one.